This is update number 20 on my N-scale layout. I didn't get a whole lot done this week because I've been playing in a bridge tournament the latter half of the week, and some of what I got done is underneath the layout, so you really can't see it. But I will show you what I have gotten done this week real briefly. As you can see here, I have a couple of mannequins in the window of the shop and below the apartment house there, and I'm not sure if you can really see it, but if you look closely you can see that behind the sale sign there is a counter with a cash register on it, so that store is now open for business. And also, as you can see here, I am working on a sidewalk in front of those two stores. That's not quite finished yet. That's kind of a work in progress. The other thing that I've been working on is, well, let me show you. The short piece right here where the two rails cross is called a frog, and that is electrically dead. There's no current going to it. And normally, that isn't a problem when a frog is short like that. A train will just roll right across it, and there's enough contact on either side to keep it going. However, when you get up here to a longer frog, that frog's probably about 2 inches long, it sometimes creates problems, and a locomotive will hesitate if it's not going fast enough. So what I've done, I purchased what's called a frog juicer, which is an electronic device that supplies current to the frog. And as you can see there's a green wire. I have wired this one up, and let me see if we can get the locomotive going and do a demonstration of how this might work. Got a locomotive coming along here real slow. And that's a short wheelbase locomotive. And as you can see, it rolls right across that frog. Now, the next frog down here is not yet electrified, so sometimes it'll make it and sometimes it won't. And also, you can see there the herd of deer is still in that little grove of trees. Okay, now that time it made it across, but it doesn't always, and other times locomotives with even longer wheelbases will not make it across. So I have to connect the frog juicer to that turnout, and I have two other turnouts that can also be electrified. One of them's on the main line. It's probably not necessary, but since I've got the device, I might as well use it. Other than that, you can see over here a locomotive. This was an excellent running locomotive, and I was playing with it on the layout until I forgot to flip a turnout, and it took about a 4-foot tumble to the floor and ended up in 3 pieces. As you can see, I've got it back to 2, but it still doesn't run. The good news is it's easy to take apart. The bad news is I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing when I get it apart. I'm hoping I'll find maybe a wire that's broken. If it's not a wire, it could possibly be that kind of pinkish thing. That's called a decoder. And I do have a replacement decoder, which I could rewire it if I have to, but that would involve some soldering of very fine wires, so I'm not really looking forward to that if that's the solution. I'll just have to get in the right mood to take it apart and see if I can diagnose the problem. Also, on a completely unrelated matter, I got this book out of the library, and the book is called A Man and His Car. So if you're interested in cars, try to get a hold of it. That's a fascinating book. It has a lot of unique and some not so unique cars, but it was very interesting.